Hello everyone, welcome to another video. Today's video we're going to be going over the monthly patch notes for JP. So, with the release of the Ragnarok update, they have gone over the monthly patch notes with us. There is some new content that they did not drop with this latest Ragnarok update, due to it not being it's finished, but they want to refine it, balance test it, which is the first time we ever heard that word in a JP dev note, is the word balance test, because they don't like to do that. But they said that they're balance testing it and making sure that it is ready for release. So let's get into it. So firstly, they talk about the new festival, which is thank you, new characters, new rewards. Yeah, we get a lot of rewards. We actually get a lot of rewards, which is actually insane for this festival. We get a lot of stuff, which is good. And they also heard about our complaints about only getting tickets, so they did give us mainly diamonds, and then of course the one multi-free, which we always get anyway. The festival event offers, yep, that's what they said in the first line. We're preparing an update for the end of September, which is Ragnarok, yep. Ragnarok, yeah, we know what Ragnarok is. It's a whole different story based off that. It expands to 70S. Then they go over when it started. They're adding more characters. They're very grateful that they're adding more characters. Thanks to interest of many players, I believe characters from Ragnarok are now becoming a core part of Grand Cross. Yes, that's because you created Tyr. And Tyr is maybe one of the most busted characters in the game, because you can disable him, or even lower his crit chance by 100%, and he'll still crit your entire team. That's just Tyr for you. Talk about that. Ragnarok is currently scheduled to feature characters who have a great influence on the world view, and the story will unfold towards the end in line. With this kind of story, we're striving to convey the main characters of Ragnarok world in a more appealing way through the festivals. Okay, so I guess what they're trying to say is all of the up-and-coming good or any of the really impactful people that would have been in the Ragnarok story are now going to be festivals, which is a good thing and a bad thing, because as we've seen, if you don't know, the character's Hel, and her banner has got pretty much all of the sins on it, of a variant of a sin on it. I think but Melly. I think Melly's the only one that doesn't actually have a variant on it. But it's got a lot of characters on that banner, and then most of them are good. There's like 8 festivals on the banner, including her, which is a lot. And it's a 4% banner. You've got every Ragnarok character in the game is on that banner, including the 2 seasonals, which is Wedding Day Brynhild and Summer Freya. Tears on it. Literally every Ragnarok character in the game is on that banner, which is very good. Various characters will continue to appear in Ragnarok story, so we hope this is just following the story pretty much. Ragnarok Festival, Unreal, and they're meant to do some new boss content. We'll also hold an artifact event. Yeah, that's the rate up for artifacts, which is nice. You can pick whichever one you want. It's nice to have. It's the Wish. I think it's called the Wish system. Additionally, in the second edition of the Ragnarok Festival, we'll offer various rewards. Yep, so pretty much just saying in the second half, so in 2 weeks' time, they're going to be adding a little bit more. Not sure what they're going to add, but they're going to be adding more content. About new content, additional growth systems. So this is like the main chunk of these developer notes, and that is pretty much they just talk about they're going to add a new monster mode, which will be called Proof of Courage, which involves demonic beasts, and which we've seen that was leaked a very long time ago. Let me quickly find the picture. Okay, here it is. Is this one? Let me just zoom in a little bit. Where is you fight the bird, then you fight the deer, then you fight the dogs. This is all in one go. This is the new event system. It looks okay, I'm not going to lie, it definitely doesn't look the best, but, of course, it's new content, so I'm not fussed. What they also say is that with this new content, you'll be able to upgrade your holy relics. What it means by upgrade, it doesn't mean by upgrade as in like, oh, you can increase the effect sort of thing. Like, Lost Phone's relic, he gives himself 10% damage increase whenever he gets 1 ult gauge. No, it's not like that. It just increases the basic stats you gain with it, which is okay. I'm pretty sure all of them are a set amount, so it's guaranteed to be the same amount every time. They also say they're going to release it in stages as well, which means, day 1, you can't just immediately max out every relic. It's going to release relics themselves, which is going to be kind of slow by the rate they've been releasing relics. They release 2 a month, which is nothing. Bear in mind they've been going back and releasing relics for older demonic beasts. That means the new demonic beast is I can do floor 3 now. I got enough to make 2 relics. I don't know who to make them for. Well, that's just me. Anyway, they say using this exclusive reinforcement material, you gradually increase the attack power, defense power, and HP of sacred of holy relics, minimizing the burden on players with the growth disparities due to the addition of new growth elements. Therefore, we would like to proceed with the updates by sequentially unlocking the growth stages. What this means is, like I said, like how they do holy relics, they release them over time. You're going to be up to, let's just say, the first relic you're going to be able to upgrade is Purgatory Barnes, because he was one of the first relics ever in the game. So you can upgrade his relic first. Sort of things like that, that's what they're going to do, just slowly upgrade them. Hopefully they don't go straight for like Roxy, who just brand new got a relic. It would be kind of absurd. But they do say that the reason they have not added it yet is due to them wanting to test it and make sure that the content is ready. As you can see here, balance testing and some adjustments to the battle structure. They're saying it's going to require some more time and delayed slightly. What this means is that we'll probably end up getting it next month with the collab, which will be roughly 6 weeks from the release of the new lady. So it's about 7 weeks away, really. Which is kind of nice. You've got a lot of time to save if you want to save. Of course, I'll have a banner of you on Hell when she drops on Global. New boss. Additionally, a new boss based on the original Seven Deadly Sins story is being prepared. This is where I'm sort of like, okay, so you're adding this Demonic Beast thing, but you also then want to add something else that comes out at New Year. If you don't know, back in the day, level 90 and level 100 both dropped during the JP anniversary, which is like big events. If you talk about big events, the two big main events are JP anniversary and New Year. And this means that we could be getting level 110. I doubt we'll be getting level 110, but they do say that they're adding a new boss based on the main story. It could be Kath. Kath might work to do with Chaos Arthur in the story. That would be very nice, and in my opinion, would suit sort of the end of the story as Kath goes sicko mode at the end. Like it says, it's going to work exactly like Demons. Original work since the battle, which is like the demon battles. They call it Annihilation on JP, which represented the content of Grand Cross and is scheduled to provide a new battle method and strategy experience. That's fun. Anything else? We're accelerating the development of new main content with the aim of updating it at the end of the year. So, they say they're accelerating it means it's probably just started development. Because if not, you'd say you're developing it, unless they just wanted to make it sound cooler. But I see it as being a sort of new demon, but maybe to upgrade Super Awakening. I don't know. You actually know you can't just go LR, which just completely removes Super Awakening. I don't know. I have no idea what it could be. Maybe like LR gear. That could be a thing. You could LR gear, and the way you do it is by doing this boss. I see it as gear. I can't see it as levels because we've got LR now. We've got SA6, which actually gets removed when you LR a character. We've got the upgrading of Holy Relics, which is of course coming soon. So the only thing we've really got left is gear. Gear is the only thing that's not been touched since engraving. You know, when outfits first released, you couldn't upgrade them, but now you can upgrade them. That's just, of course, my thoughts on what it could be. Is that it's a new way to LR gear, because gear is the last thing. It's got SSR, it's got all the same rarities as a character, apart from common and uncommon, which don't actually exist in characters. But LR is the next way to go for gear, which is probably what it will be. About other content, they want to improve usability and inconvenience. So what they want to do is they pretty much want to quality of life updates. So in the recent update, they do make it so you can fully super awaken a character from SA0 to SA6 just in one go, which is what they should have done initially, quite a while ago. But it's nice to have now, like they say here. Add a feature that allows you to super awaken your character to whatever you want. And they say I plan to add it. So if you don't know, the lead developer of Grand Cross says that they play Grand Cross. And they're a light spender, so it's sort of like I'm not like, I guess to say I plan to add it. I guess more of if it's more of an inconvenience to them, they decide they want to add it, which I guess is a good way to look at it. Additionally, to improve the convenience of equipment disassembly, we plan to add an option to automatically disassemble. Like it's just going to add a function where you can just automatically remove stuff if it either hasn't got a set value or the rarity is too low. That's okay, I guess. It does help like clear up box space, but the only way that's actually going to be useful is when you're either doing your boss fights to get the demons, or you're farming gear in like what are they called? 3 stages. That's the only time it's actually going to be useful. But I guess it will be useful for people that do want to farm gear. In addition, we plan to improve UI display so that you can more accurately recognize the effects of Grace and Unity. Yes, that is like, so whenever the battle starts, like above their heads, it will say, oh, this person has Tommy or Grace, this person has this Unity or that, which actually is kind of cool, and I do like it. It sort of makes it easy so you don't have to check every single time. A very cool feature. I like it a lot. You're gonna start a battle and change it so that you can perform battle operations while the effects are being displayed to speed up. Okay, what this means is you normally at the start of a battle, right? If someone's got like a million relics or like a million different effects, you have to sit there and just wait for like a relic and a passive to display a relic, a passive, and like a bunch of buffs you've got from your characters. Now they're gonna make it so that appears when you start, so you can sort of start more earlier. So if you may have seen like a few of my last videos, quite a while ago probably actually, maybe, I'm not too sure, or even just in recent ones, it will just say like, I'm starting, so okay, I'm just waiting for all this stuff to appear, because it's like, oh, Holy Relic active, passive active, and you get all the buffs appear and stuff like that. So I guess they're just making it to like speed up the game, which is kind of nice. It does help quite a bit. We also plan to improve improvements related to the UI, such as separating the content shops in a shop menu so that you can enter each content separately. I don't see a problem with the shop. If they're going to change the shop and make it better, hell yeah, I'm 100% down for that, because I made a video talking about how that shop needs to be updated, because it's old as hell. This developer notice to provide information about the new festival and new content currently in preparation. We will continue to do our best to constantly strive to ensure the satisfaction of all our players. Thank you for continued support of the Seven Deadly Sins, the Battle of Light and Darkness. So, what they're practically saying here is, this is what we're planning. I hope you like it. They don't speak about a new collaboration, but it's pretty obvious we're getting one next month, because it follows the pattern, and they like to follow patterns. Normally about festivals and like collabs, not about what they are, but about festivals and collabs. Of course, after we do get the collab, we'll be getting another festival afterwards, which could possibly be Catastrophe now. That is now an option, unfortunately. Actually, I'm not too fussed about that. If it's a Catastrophe festival or not, but I don't think we'll be getting one for a little while, because it did take Ragnarok 7 chapters to get one. And, well, Catastrophe hasn't even finished one chapter yet, so. But overall, I do see this as a good thing. Improvement of UI is nice. Ability to buff up your characters more, because bigger number means better. It just makes it so people play more, which is, I kind of like the fact that adding more content to even older characters, because it does, make you want to get all of them, sort of thing. The new event boss thing, whatever they call it, Proof of Courage, I reckon that will drop between now and the collab, maybe even during the collab. I don't think they'll drop anything after that, unless they might, because it might take up the stream, and they might want the stream more focused around the collaboration. But that's, of course, something they have to decide themselves. Ragnarok story stuff they just talk about, nothing really too big. But, that's it. Thank you for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed. I'll see you guys in the next one. Goodbye.